Ah, all right. Can I go through the ceiling here in the PC port, or did they fix that? Ah, camera's messed up now. I don't care. One time my friend was watching me play Mario 64, and I just did the ceiling trick, or like the ceiling clip, like just for no reason with no explanation, and he was just like, "Wait, what? What did you just do? You can do that?" Yeah, I guess if someone didn't know how to defeat Mr. I, then that could be difficult. Shocking arrow lifts. I apologize for my sudden bout of silence. I'm trying to remember. There was a very easy way to do some of these, and I was trying to remember exactly how they work. I think I would need to raise the water level. What's this guy look like? He looks exactly the same. Oh yeah, creepy backdrop. It is time. It's time for whatever this is. Brazil? We've come to Brazil. Or it's like Spain or something. I can't remember. You know, Brazil, Spain, same thing. My American is showing. Okay, now I could... I could do this the hard way. Or I could go... Wait, how do I... I don't remember. I don't remember this. It's been a long time. Zoinks. Good evening. Good evening, good machines. Oh no. No, please, have mercy! I'm gonna get comboed by these things, and I'm just gonna be done for. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I have no idea what I'm doing. I remember... I'm going to get the water level higher and try to do it that way, because that's the only way I remember how to do this. That's an elegant way of putting it. I love that. That was the beauty of Mario 64. It was a 90s webpage before people made web pages for the game. Wonderful. That's the kind of vibe that I look for with a lot of this, and it's just great. Alright. So now what I can do is I believe I can just... Well, first of all, I guess I'll talk to this buddy. Get him to open the cannon for me right up. Like, straight away. Gotta do the 2-punch to actually talk to him. Wonderful. Thank you, friend. Now, hold on, I think... Oh wait, this is the star right here. Okay, so I think I want to lower it down here? Yeah. Okay. See, you can try to make me do that, or I can just do this. And... What? I opened that? Alright. There we go. Much better. There, see? Who needs to learn a new way of doing things when you just stick with the way you've always done them? Alright, I'm gonna start it off low now. I had covered this in my like my last session of this, but I have a sometimes I end up with like strong associations with like certain like media or like certain like experiences paired together. So like this one level of Pac-Man World 2 I associate with having a cold because I was developing a cold while I was playing it. And similarly, I remember I played through Wet Dry World over a year ago, like a year and a half ago, and simultaneously I was watching through the TV show Early Edition, and I specifically remember I got to the Halloween episode while I was on this level, and so it's just kind of stuck in my head now. Every time I come in here, I think of a tabby cat and tomorrow's newspaper today. Sorry, I'm just amusing myself by talking about this. What do we got? Okay, so I can get up here. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't a firstie. Come on. Nope. Fine. I'll have this man do it for me. You're fired. Do your job. He doesn't like me. I love that little like decal on his side, just Koopa. And I love how the other one's mirrored. Okay. Nope. Nope. No thanks. Your services are not required. I'm fine. I'm good without you. N64 was such a vibe console. Like Diddy Kong Racing was a 90s Saturday morning cartoon recorded to VHS. That's also absolutely correct. I'm a little too young to have gotten on the N64 train entirely. A lot of my experience was like buying an N64 off of eBay near the tail end of the GameCube era / the very start of the Wii era. So I don't really have much association with Diddy Kong Racing specifically, but I've watched videos about like the media surrounding it. Oh hey Chuck, yeah. And it's like, and I get that vibe. It was great. When you think of Pokemon, you think of a sunny number and a sunny summer and scraping knees. 100% correct. I get that with as a corollary. I have this is a star. Okay, I guess I'm doing this. My association is Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, associated with like a chilly, rainy spring morning. I think it was spring. I got it. My grandparents were doing a garage sale, and I remember playing it kind of in their garage while stuff was happening around me. So that's another one for you. But yeah, it's really cool how these sensations can be so like tied together like that. And I think it's been a while since I've watched it, but I know like the channel Swanky Box kind of talks about this to a degree. Not the idea behind it, but more so like. Also, I thought this was one of those secrets that I had to discover here. Not the idea behind it, but like kind of like sharing like his and I think his like siblings kind of shared experiences with some of these classic games. I'm not a fan of Swanky Box's style, so I don't really like actively watch them, but I remember initially being invested in that channel because of that sort of like discussion that was happening. That's a cool image, thank you. It's one of those things where like whenever it's particularly like cool out, it's like, okay, I gotta sit down and I gotta stutter off of the ledge and fall down and take fall damage. But no, when it's like cool outside, it's like, okay, I gotta settle down and play some Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. But then I'll just end up playing that game again instead of making headway on the 15 trillion other games that I have that I haven't even progressed on, really. What do we got? Okay, so... Oh, one of those secrets is inside the, inside that, like, cylinder up top. You think of Paper Mario, you think of early mornings while watching reruns of, oh, Garfield and Friends. I always think the two have a similar vibe. I've seen very little of, like, those Garfield cartoons. I have, like, a holiday 3-pack, I think, on DVD. And then I have, like, a couple of other assorted ones, but that's it. But, like, it kind of... I can see that, because it's, like... I won't say cozy exactly, like a half step back from cozy, whatever that would be. Someone with a stronger vocabulary than I would have to weigh in. Also, are there not secrets up there? I don't remember where these secrets are. I know nothing about this game. I've gotten 120 stars how many times and I still don't remember anything. Can you? But yeah, I totally see that association with Paper Mario and a cartoon particularly like that. Welcome back, Boss Rich. It's kind of a strange interaction, actually. Ground pounding straight into the water like that. Also, if you want insight on what I'm doing, I have no answer for you. I'm looking for a secret, but I don't think it's in here. This is a disaster. What am I doing? I already lowered the water level. I keep blowing it, man. Oh, nice. I actually got the secret. I don't even want the coins. I just needed the secret. That's perfect. That works for me. Okay, that's 3. Where are the other 2? Oh, no. Did that scuttle, or did that water skeeter just, like, spawn in front of my eyes? I was not paying attention. No, he was there. He was there to start with. He just kind of warped on top. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think... Is this one of them? No. Oh, hey, here's the lowest. The lowest thing. My commentary is tanking because I am trying to figure out where these secrets are. Or, like, rather just remember where they are. Did I want to do that? Did I want to destroy that block? Did I need that? But I just can't remember. Hey, wait, I can... Okay, maybe that's not happening. Is there anything even up there? Oh, that's where the cannon is. I don't need that right now. Alright, I'm seeing stuff coming into chat, and I will definitely get back to that once I figure out exactly what I'm doing here. God. My least favorite thing is having to raise the water level after it's been lowered, just because I always, like, enter the level with the water level high, and so I don't know what I'm supposed to do if I lower it and I need to get back up. You know, that swimming momentum is really starting to get my goat. When you think of the Wii, you think of early YouTube because that was when you discovered the internet. Ironically, you used to watch tons of Mario 64 hacking videos. Yeah, that was the same kind of era for me, too, back when I remember watching like Mega Man 765's Mario 64 bloopers pretty obsessively. And when after I like got the internet channel on my Wii, the idea of watching a YouTube video on my TV in my bedroom was just like completely like expectation shattering. And so I think so I did that a lot. But yeah, I watched lots of like particularly Mario 64 videos made in like emulators recorded with stuff like Hypercam 2 and early like Fraps and Cam Studio and everything. God, I miss old YouTube as well. Okay, well I went through there and there was no secret there. Okay, that's one. Alright, they're typically flagged with boxes. Where's the last box? Yeah, I'm like livid because his like Mega Man 765's like episodes 1 through 4 of his Mario 64 bloopers got smacked with copyright, probably because of all the Scatman John that he used. So like the entire video is muted. So like you can watch like parts 1 through 4 semi okay, just because like all of the dialogue in there was just text. But like he voice acted part 2, so like you miss that, and then you miss out on like all of the soundtrack and all of the soundtracker and the or the soundtracks that he filled in, the sound effects, the classic "Mama" censored Mario sound effect that everybody overused back then. It was so much more. It was so much more innocent. Like everything's just kind of marketable now. It's just like I love watching people like Simple Flips and stuff like that. But when he like starts talking about stuff more from a content perspective, like an active, like a methodical, like I'm going to create this content to achieve this result thing. He doesn't do it very often, but he just kind of like says it in passing. But I kind of have to lament the fact that it's like, it's not like it used to be. These kids today, even though Simple Flips is older than me, but it really isn't. It's much more like I need to do this to get my analytics up, rather than I'm going to do this because this seems fun. For me, it's more of the latter than the former. Like, YouTube becoming something more involved would be fun and interesting, but also it's just like, I just want to play some Mario 64 SGI, and I don't want to do it in the lonesome silence of my apartment. Hence why I'm here. I already got that secret. Where's the last one? I'm sorry, I can't do it anymore. I have to Google it. Just out of pure respect for your time, I'm going to look it up. Okay, I think I've gone to all of the places that are demonstrated in the video, but I think I might have like failed to grab one. Hello, that guy from there. Hello to you. Hello to everybody. Remember I used to find the bleep super funny, and everyone did. Everyone made Mario blooper videos in Flash. Yeah, I remember that. Recently, what is it? There's this one Flash animation that's well, oh, shoot, what was it? It was like Kirby getting a midnight snack, and then like the toaster blows up and he starts like flying through space. And he's just like, and like he has like this like early 20s college dude bro voice, clearly voiced by whoever made the animation in their free time. And it yes, it's animation, and sure, it's like, it's decent quality, but it's not a masterpiece, but that's why I love it. And yeah, just like all that stuff. I've been watching people play through like classic Flash games recently, like Vinesauce Vinny and stuff like that, because Flash is, you know, dead, or rather almost dead. And so so they're kind of getting in on that before it's just completely gone. I think Germa did some stuff like that too. And it's just like everything back then just had such a different vibe compared to like what's like the stuff you find now. Okay, what is happening here? It has to be this one. And then there's one up on a center pillar, and then there's the one above the cage. See, I would argue that Flash definitely, like, its time has most certainly come, just due to all of the security issues, and the fact that I'm not a fan of like how obviously people have moved away from this in like the past several years, but I'm not a fan of like previously like Flash reliant websites that that just, you know, you needed Flash to be able to like do anything or interact with them. I'm much happier with like HTML5 and all of that sort of stuff that we have going on now, just because it's more optimized and better for the user. But just like at the same time, you need to make a concerted effort to preserve that history and make sure that like the stuff that people created, put time into, and really thoroughly enjoyed when they were younger is preserved somehow. And there are projects to do that. Like there's like some Flash pack that has however many like hundreds or thousands of Flash games built in, like into a sandbox, so you're not at any sort of risk, and that's good. That's great, but obviously some things are going to slip through the cracks, and that's That's unfortunate. So, I've officially decided that the secrets that I was looking for are just broken. I messed up. I'm gonna have to do this again, but now that I know where they all are, I can at least do it faster. And instead of just wandering around Wet Dry World talking about Macromedia, Adobe, whatever, Flash, I'll actually be able to play the game. But yeah, 2005 to 2010 YouTube was definitely. I also hesitate to like refer to that as like the best version of YouTube. I like your opinion is your opinion. That's I fully understand it and definitely agree with it to a degree. But also like I do have to say that I really like all of like the production value and stuff that we've gotten, like, or that we have nowadays. That just wasn't the thing when everybody was like homebrewing their own videos. No, let me up. That's not how I'm supposed to do this. I'm sorry, chat. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, see, now here's the thing. If I lower this... What? I feel like I have brain damage. What? I don't understand how to play the game anymore. Like, what happened to me? Like, okay, so... The idea is that I need to, like... Is that the water needs to be dry. Or... The wet needs to be dry. So I can fall down faster and get up here faster. But how do I get up there, then? I think there might be a warp, actually, but... Or how about I lower it to here, and then I'll see what I can do. I can do this. I can do this. I just gotta get it. Gotta get it first frame. That's not first frame. One more try. Nope. Dang it. Oh wait, I can just go up that ramp. Okay. I figured that would be like lower than it actually is. We're kind of worried over whether or not the interaction aspect would still be there on certain Flash sites. Like Homestar Runner, the site had so much content and it seemed endless. I never actually got into that. My Flash experience was mostly like onemoreLevel.com and the other stuff that you could like exploit your way to when you were done with all of your work in the computer lab in middle school. But yeah, it's like there's just so much stuff that's like it's now just at risk of being broken. That actually. I wasn't even looking at my screen that time. I was looking at the stream, but that kind of speaks to like something that I wanted to like consider doing in the future was like, or like a field that I don't think necessarily exists, but would be cool if it did, and I would probably like to get into it if it existed. Is like the idea of having like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. How do I do this? But like the idea of having like, what would it be? Internet anthropology, I guess? Not necessarily archaeology, but just like kind of archiving like the different like mindsets or like the kind of like stuff that was happening on the internet, for lack of a better term. But just like having like a more like robust dialogue, I guess, about like what's changed, because like the internet has become so much more widespread and more easily accessible with smartphones and social media and everything. I'm gonna get bullied. Okay, I'm not. Oh, thank you, Mario. You laid down and it went over you. Could have died, but I didn't. I'm gonna have to like cut this down to just the discussion parts because the gameplay is just completely subpar. I've spent how long trying to get 1 star, didn't know what I was doing, and then spent forever trying to get another star. Okay, so now we're going to ride the elevator, get off the elevator, and then quickly backflip. Yes, okay. But yeah, to like, just finding some way to like archive. Again, it's like, it's hard to exactly describe. It's like, I don't want to like archive the content exactly because that's a storage nightmare. I mean, compared to like archiving like a president's personal library or something. Like archiving entire like websites worth of historic content is kind of infeasible. I mean, with modern storage, probably not as infeasible, but there's still a lot of stuff. You can't download the whole internet. There's some sort of cyber mapping to give people a good idea about the functions and overall attitudes surrounding the internet. Sort of. It's like... So I'm saying this with absolutely no knowledge of what he actually did, but my boss at my job used to be an archival historian. And so when I hear that, I think of like he told me about some like letters sent to like Theodore Roosevelt that they had access to where he worked. And so like it's a matter of like they collected those, they studied them, and then they like kind of drew a conclusion. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize there were 2 secrets here related to this box. I kept skipping over it. Oh no, that's the one I missed because I never moved the box. Now we know. But so like they have access to these like letters from Roosevelt, and they can like draw conclusions about like, you know, what he responded to, what he didn't respond to, and kind of like base their understanding of him on that, like improve their understanding of the historical figure. Similarly, it's like finding a way to like archive just everything that was happening in like the older internet, because a lot of that's going away / like already gone away. And I just want to be able to like access all that. Like Sephiroth's reveal is a really good example of kind of what I'm thinking of, or it's kind of relevant to what I was thinking of, just because a lot of people, or I saw somebody reference that a lot of people who were named like XXF, XXX, Sephiroth with like a $sign, XXX, Omega 53 or whatever on like Gaia Online or something like that would be very happy to find out that that Sephiroth is in Super Smash Brothers. And it's like, yeah, like that kind of thing, like where you had like a bunch of middle schoolers who grew up like in that era, naming their like their like forum profiles like after like this character, and like then you get into like early discussions about games, like really early like ROM hacking stuff. Like some of the older ROM hacking sites are still around, but still like you kind of have like that kind of like just... I'm having trouble articulating exactly what I mean here, but it's just like I don't know. Just kind of like getting some sort of like solid like history on like all of the different pieces of things that were going on, like across different like, I guess not necessarily communities, but like different spheres of interest. So like gaming would be one, and then you'd have, heck if I know, whatever else. My early internet experience was mostly gaming related, so I can't speak to whatever else was going on. I watched a video a while ago about someone who dug pretty deep into some Harry Potter fandom drama, like about like people like cyberbullying each other about fanfics in like 2004, back before like what Order of the Phoenix was released, and that's the same kind of thing. It's like that's the kind of stuff where like you have like a lot of decentralized like fan fiction websites that were all kind of fighting with each other. And it was a lot different than like nowadays where you have two fan fiction websites and it's all just kind of like, I'm gonna put this here and then the problem goes away. So it's stuff like that. Thank you for... I'm glad you think the idea is interesting. Maybe I'll have to invent the field myself once I get a bit more work experience. And yeah, like the go to town for red coins. Okay, we're going to town. We're going to town, everybody. But yeah, definitely like the GeoCities, Angel Fire stuff. Like that kind of thing. Which reminds me of another one. There was a GeoCities website. I'm going to show my age and my my maturity level and my patheticness. I distinctly remember this this website, this like GeoCities website, I think it was, or maybe it was something. No, it was GeoCities. It was called Against the Odds, and it was entirely dedicated to shipping Tai and Sora from Digimon Adventure. And it had that, and it still had that same like Wild West, like it had that like that Wild West kind of like here, I'm making a website, I'm interested in this, so I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to get a community of people around me to like read it and submit stuff to it, and that's just how it was. It's not like you didn't just go to Reddit and make a subreddit for your Digimon ship. You made your own dang website and had your community around that, and then your community went to war with a different community, and there was no moderator to shut it down or tell you, hey, stop that. The fight just keeps happening. That's a bit of a cynical, negative take on it, but it's like that kind of thing. So I guess early anime fandom would be or early online anime fandom would be another good like sector to look into on that front. I need to, quick, I gotta go back to university and get a master's in history or something. And then have everybody in my life tell me don't do that. Or yeah, because I'm an effective, like writer and user of computers, but when it comes to research, I don't have any formal understanding of that. I feel like you need, like, a master's level, like, person to, figure out something like that. I'll just be the ideas guy. I'll just pitch it to some person who's smarter than I am. I just need to get rich in a different way, and then I'll just like go to universities and like fund research projects for my pet interests. It's like, hey, I want you to research early anime fandom for me. Here's a research grant for several $billion. I'll start a GoFundMe. Quick, guys, donate $5. Twitch.tv/nevermind to fund my digital anthropology project. What a stupid idea. Like the crowdfunding, I mean, not the digital anthropology. Hey, so... question, where am I going now? Why is there a vanish cap in here? Is it just to avoid all the fire? Whoops. I like how Mario disappears inside the trees. What do we have? I remember this website that was dedicated to cataloging glitches and tricks in Mario 64. I remember how each level had its own page and every level had a MIDI playing in the background. The page came about like a year after the game came out, and it kept getting updated until 2006. The website was how I got introduced to YouTube because they linked a fan-made Mario 64 video that was on there. Oh yeah, what is that? Yes, I think this is it. Was it? I think you're talking about Super Mario 64 Beyond 120 Stars. Here, can I get a browser capture in here just for the stream's benefit? I had one and then I deleted it. Oh wait, no, it's called Game Awards. Yeah, this. I have this bookmarked. I actually archived this entire site because I didn't want it to go offline. This is the this is the kind of thing where you just want to have it because this is exactly the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Just like keep like again, this is so innocent. Just this person in 2001, you had all these people just sharing their tricks and their challenges that you wanted to have fun with. Like, this is pre 9/11. This goes back a long ways. That was an entirely different time. All right, switch back to Mario 64 PC so I can tab out of that. And that reminds me, I want to make sure that I actually did archive that. I have an entire like data hoarding folder on one of my hard drives, and I just need to make sure that it's in there. Websites. Yes, there it is. I have the whole thing just in case. All right, is the capture going to work? Yes. Okay, good. We're back. There's the last one. There's a better way to do this. That's not the way. Oh, I'm playing with fire here. I'm fine. I'm not fine. Whoa! Stop! Get out of here, fire! That was one of the more harrowing experiences I've had in Mario 64. I mean, I wouldn't be... I'd be fine with dying if I were doing it on my own time, but again, I don't want to waste people's time. The internet was insane, and you loved it for that reason. The internet is still insane, but in a way, it's depressing. Yeah, there's a difference between like I made a Flash animation. Okay, I gotta go downtown again. I'm just gonna re-enter from the top of the painting. But it's like there's something very different between like, lol, I made a Flash animation where Mario eats mushrooms and gets high and goes on a killing spree, and there's a massive government conspiracy and we need to kill everybody except for those who agree with me politically / religiously. It's like it's at the very least certain sectors of it have been corrupted in a way that like, and they've been corrupted and been made more mainstream than they were in the olden days. Like those areas, those mindsets still clearly existed, but they were tucked away in their own little corner, just like pretty much everything else was. It's just there's just like the mask has come off in some ways, and it's just like maybe that is part of the fact that I was exploring the internet at first when I was a kid, so I didn't actually see all of it. But it's the same kind of thing where it's just, again, it's just there's so much more of it, and social media certainly hasn't helped. Yeah, again, you have like these more centralized platforms that just aren't conducive to really anything besides people getting angry about stuff. Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. Whereas before it was just like, I made this website because I like this topic. Or I made this website because I'm a serial killer and I'm going to share my exploits. But what can you do? People, right? Humanity, man! Ah. Oh man, dang it. I didn't get 100 coins. But so, I've been so focused talking about my, my political manifesto that I didn't actually play the game properly. Ah, alright. Water Skeeter, you're mine. Were there coins in here? Or are these just useless? There are coins in here. Thank you, friends. You know, for as much as I, like, feel nostalgic for Mario 64's soundtrack, not actually a fan of many of the songs in it. And the same goes for Ocarina of Time to a degree. But it's like, I like Bob-omb Battlefield, I like the slide theme, I like the title screen theme, and the staff roll theme. But then, like, when you get later into the game, and I like Dire Dire Docks as well, of course. But it's like you get later into the game and you hear like these like slightly more subdued songs from like Big Boo's Haunt and like Wet Dry World, Hazy Maze Cave. And just my association with it is like, oh great, the game's getting annoying now. I don't want to listen to this. I mean, I still have the entire soundtrack archived because, again, I have a data hoarding folder. But it's like I'm not gonna get in the mood to listen to the Wet Dry World theme on a whim. Now, stuff from like Smash, I'll much more gladly like listen to it just actively. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like they can be, something can be nostalgic, but still not like, still recognizing the imperfections. Kind of like the early internet. But yeah, Shifting Sandland is a good one too. But my favorite is the staff roll theme. Going back to early internet briefly, I remember I'd watched a trailer for the Mario 64 level editor, Toadstool 64, which the guy who made that I had interacted with on Twitter just to thank him for making that because it was cool a while ago. But I'd watched a video about that, and like I think this was actually before I'd even played Mario 64. I think I got into Mario 64 because I saw that video and I was like, wow, a level editor, I want to learn more about this. And that led me to buying an N64 just because I wanted, you know, the actual game as well. But so I had watched this video about Toadstool 64, and I liked the idea of like level editors and stuff. And one of the second song used in that is the staff roll theme, and before I even knew exactly what it was just really catchy. And it's so happy too. It's like you've come to the end of a long journey, so let's all celebrate. And oh yeah, Dire Dire Docks, an old classic, and yeah, Bowser's themes too. I completely forgot about those. I just ran through all the main levels in my head. I'm at 64 coins. Is that enough? I don't know where I'm gonna get many more. Oh wait, I can kill the Chuck, yeah. And then I'll go downtown, I guess. Give him a big ol' yeet. Yeah, Bowser's themes. I like the, I guess it's called Bowser's Road, or Koopa's Road, technically. Just because it sounds kind of like the Melee menu theme a little bit. And there's a Siva Gunner rip that does exactly that, which was very gratifying. Hey, wait a minute. I stepped on this thing earlier. Oh, nice, I don't even need to go downtown for this. I stepped on that earlier and then just completely ignored it. All right, we're done with Wet Dry World.